From the birth of a nation to the challenges of the modern world, every U.S. president has left a significant and lasting mark on the history of this country. Over more than 2 centuries of leadership, their decisions, their vision, and their actions have shaped America's identity and its trajectory in the global landscape. This is the evolution of the presidents of the United States, from the very first president to the current office holder. George Washington. George Washington, the first president of the United States, stands as one of the most influential figures in American history. He wasn't just the commander of the Continental Army during the Revolutionary War. He was also the leader who helped to establish the office of the president and set key precedents. Washington was unanimously elected as the first president after leading the nation to independence. His leadership during this fragile time helped lay the foundation of the country's political system, establishing principles like the 2-term limit and the peaceful transition of power. Washington's leadership was rooted in his belief in the ideals of liberty and democracy, which he held firmly throughout his presidency. John Adams. John Adams, another founding father, was crucial in the fight for American independence and the establishment of the new republic. As the second president, he faced numerous challenges, including establishing the new government and navigating complex international relations. Adams was the first president to live in the White House, and it was during his presidency that the United States began to solidify its role on the world stage. He was a key figure in drafting the Declaration of Independence and later fought for the nation's independence in the Continental Congress. His presidency paved the way for future leaders, emphasizing the importance of maintaining democratic values in the face of challenges. Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, was a visionary leader who greatly expanded the nation's territory. Jefferson is perhaps best known for the Louisiana Purchase, which doubled the size of the United States. This monumental decision shaped the future of the nation, laying the groundwork for the U.S. to grow westward. As the author of the Declaration of Independence, Jefferson believed strongly in the concept of a nation built on the principles of liberty, equality, and justice. His presidency was defined by his commitment to agrarianism, believing that the future of America lay in farming communities rather than in large industrial cities. Jefferson also founded the University of Virginia after his presidency, championing education and the idea of a republic driven by an informed citizenry. James Madison. James Madison, known as the father of the Constitution, played a crucial role in shaping the foundation of the United States government. As the fourth president, Madison navigated the country through the War of 1812, a conflict that tested the fledgling nation's resilience. His leadership during this war, although controversial at times, helped solidify the United States' independence from Britain. Madison's presidency was marked by his role in creating the Constitution, which set the legal and structural framework for the entire country. His time in office showed the difficulties in governing a growing nation, but his commitment to the Constitution remained steadfast. James Monroe. James Monroe's presidency is most remembered for the Monroe Doctrine, a landmark policy that declared the Americas off-limits to European colonization. This doctrine marked a turning point in U.S. foreign policy and established the United States as a dominant force in the Western Hemisphere. Monroe's presidency is also known for the Era of Good Feelings, a period of political harmony in the United States following the War of 1812. This was a time of growth and national unity, but under the surface, tensions over slavery began to simmer. Monroe's presidency established the groundwork for future American foreign policy, emphasizing a more aggressive stance toward European interference in the Western Hemisphere. John Quincy Adams. John Quincy Adams, the son of John Adams, was the 6th President of the United States and one of the most influential diplomats in American history. During his presidency, he focused on national development and the expansion of American territory. advocating for infrastructure improvements such as roads and canals. After leaving the presidency, Adams became one of the most vocal and tireless opponents of slavery, serving in Congress and leading the fight against the expansion of slavery into new territories. His post-presidency efforts solidified his reputation as a defender of human rights, and his legacy was marked by his lifelong commitment to justice and equality. Andrew Jackson. Andrew Jackson, the 7th President of the United States, was a controversial figure whose leadership reshaped the American political landscape. Known as the People's President, Jackson's populist policies expanded democracy, allowing more white men to vote and participate in the political process. However, his presidency was also marked by the forced relocation of Native American tribes, known as the Trail of Tears. Jackson's policies are a reminder of the contradictions in American history, the drive for democratic ideals alongside the marginalization of indigenous peoples. Jackson's legacy is a complex one, filled with both positive and negative impacts on the nation. Martin Van Buren. Martin Van Buren, the 8th President of the United